Yeah. This is a really big agricultural field here on the left, originally. Well, they made it into that. I smell fire. Oh, there is a burn going on, that's right. Well, we like this location for Fort Harrell because it gives the soldiers benefit of approach by two directions, by water, up the New River to what we think is the dock here. We believe this would be some kind of a plank dock where they would hopscotch the planks from cypress stump to cypress stumps. These aren't knees, they're large former trees that have been cut down and then regrew. At some point, they would have laid planks across them leading to shore here. So here we have what we believe is the structure of Fort Harrell. This is the very northwestern corner. You can see there's on most of the perimeter boundaries, there's two holes that have been dug. And we've marked each one of these holes with flagging, so you kind of like see the outline. We believe it was about 150 feet long by about 40 feet wide, with walls leading to the water's edge. This is an example of two of the holes. The probability of finding so many holes in lines at right angles to each other at the corners doesn't lend itself to random natural occurrence of solution holes. We think these were actually post holes that might have been dug that over 150 years have rounded the edges due to solution, but these are definitely in line. Yeah, by putting in the flag in, we're able to kind of like see that they're all kind of lined up basically from north to south and east to west in almost a perfect rectangular shape.
So this is an east-west wall.
And here you can see where the wall moves off to the south. Here's some more examples of the solution hole. As we move along the outside perimeter, we start encountering these double holes
all the way along. Each hole is basically about 6 to 8 inches in diameter, and when the double holes are encountered, they're about 1 foot apart. Another example as we move south. This one is a single. And you can see, if you go down the line, you can see how well lined up they are. You can see the flags moving off towards the south. This is another double hole here. There's one hole here, one hole here. And you can see there's no other holes anywhere in the vicinity, just exactly 1 foot apart and 6 inches.
We're thinking that the double holes may have been places where the log walls, where the end of the log reached and they had to double the logs up. Some of the places the double holes are one after another, and we're wondering if those were protected double-walled armory or stockade or officer quarters.
And this site is a tropical hardwood hammock. It's a little raised elevation area surrounded by a cypress swamp.
As evidenced by this nice large oak tree right here. That doesn't grow in the swamp, not in the water.
Yeah, this is a Brazilian pepper, Chinus terebentifolia. It's an invasive species from Brazil. It was introduced into Florida in the late 1800s. And typically, a Brazilian pepper first colonizes disturbed sites, such as what might have been found at the site of Fort Harrell. This is a pretty large Brazilian pepper, and Brazilian pepper interspersed throughout all these like hammock vegetation.
Chris is approaching what we believe is the back wall, which parallels the lake. And as you look down the north-south running back wall, you can see a very good alignment. The two posts right after the one Tony's at may mark the interior wall, or a separation in a courtyard that ran east-west. Tony's continuing on down the north wall, or the north-south wall.
This is what we believe is the south wall, running from west to east. Right behind you is the pond or the lake, and you can see the wall running off to the east.
So the area encompassed by these solution holes, which are fairly regularly placed, is rectangular. We'll have to look into the archives to see if we can find any drawings.
Next step is we're going to contact the National Park Service. I work for the Park Service. We're going to contact some of the cultural folks and see if we get some interest to come out here and kind of like look at this site a little bit more in depth. And on the way out, we're going to pick up all the flags that we had left out here, just to kind of like mark the holes, just so we can kind of like get a visual effect of the way the fort was laid out.